Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Real quick spoilers for the Wano arc of One Piece and post Wano arc of One Piece. Everyone's been talking shit about Kid and Law, mostly Kid, wondering how they were able to beat Big Mom. Big Mom is supposed to be relative to Kaido, but if Kid and Law tried to fight Kaido, he'd kill them. So I have a very simple answer to this question. Big Mom and Kaido aren't relative. At least in terms of raw strength, they're relative. But when it comes to an actual 1v1, ain't no way. If Kaido took her seriously, he'd kill her. Simple. Maybe back when they were younger, they were relative, but Kaido has gotten substantially stronger since he's gotten older, so I don't think she'd be able to stand up to him in a fight. And just like Big Mom, Kid and Law aren't very proficient in haki. Kid is basically another version of Big Mom, just way weaker. Like, he has Conqueror's Haki but has no idea how to utilize it, and the same thing is true for Big Mom. Law knows Haki, but his Haki isn't very strong, and he doesn't have Conquerors, so basically all of them were at the same level that Luffy was at Dressrosa, which is probably why Katakuri decided to combine his Devil Fruit powers with his Haki. He saw how his mom was with her Devil Fruit power and her Haki, and he decided to fill the gap in his own power by making himself better. Kid and Law were to fight Katakuri, he'd win, mid-diff. But if they teamed up against him, a lot of people forget that Kid, Law, and Luffy are the main three in the worst generation for a reason. They're strong. Really strong. And I know a lot of people be talking shit about Kid, but bro literally has the magnet fruit. He is the One Piece version of Magneto, and he basically wasted his power, like wasted potential. Like the people that be hating on him for no reason make me just want to grab them and... Fight between the three of them basically boiled down to a Devil Fruit fight, since basic armament Haki is not gonna do anything against Kid and Law, and a wave of Conquerors isn't gonna make them pass out, which is the entire reason they were able to beat her at all. It's a battle of Devil Fruit powers, and it's 2v1, and Big Mom isn't used to actually fighting people that can do damage to her or compete on her same level. I mean, the bitch can control souls, bruh. Souls. Like, a basic ability of her Devil Fruit is literally murder. You add that to the fact that sis was a walking natural disaster from the time she was born, and honestly, of course she ended up a yonko. She was set up to be one of the most powerful people in the One Piece world, but that ain't shit for Decision of Death. The combination of hacked abilities and brute force that Kid and Law's Devil Fruits possess was enough to fill the gap in their physical abilities. Just like how Luffy had to learn Ryu to do damage to Kaido from the inside, Law's Devil Fruit provides that hacked ability, and then we just have Kid coming in with the brute force to deal her damage. Now, everyone thinks that Law was carrying Kid in that fight, and watching it back now, I think he wasn't. Everyone loves Law and hypes him up so much, but bro's stamina is low-key garbage. I mean, we know it's a side effect of his fruit, which is why if Kid wasn't there, Law wasn't gonna beat Big Mom by himself. And the same thing goes for Kid. Kid has no actual ideas on how to properly utilize his Devil Fruit, but he's been noticing how much stronger the people he's fighting are than him. His attacks are still mostly based on brute force, just like Luffy's, which is why I think people shit on him a lot still. Luffy learns from his battles and develops different ways to handle extremely powerful enemies. He even goes as far as developing specific forms to handle powerful enemies. Like how Gear 4th has two forms. Bounce Man is for big/overwhelming attacks and force, whereas Snake Man is meant for extremely strong and fast enemies that surpass Luffy in skill, so he can keep up with them. His moves include Scrap Metal Fist slamming into enemy, pile up scrap metal hitting people, and the newest addition, Big Gun. Not gonna lie, this is actually cold as hell. Whilst Law out here, bro can teleport, move things with his minds. I mean, his powers basically give him free reign of everything in his room. He's basically the perfect side character. Bruh. His brute force, on the other hand, is severely lacking. Most bro can do is drop some buildings on people. And don't get me wrong, dropping buildings on people is extremely OP. But when you're fighting yonkos and like people at yonko level and above, you need way more brute force to take them down. And that's exactly where Kid comes in. Very useful for slamming heavy objects and just punching incredibly hard. And Big Mom ain't no slouch. Her haki might be trash, but her Devil Fruit powers go absolutely insane. Bro, she had a living attack, beating the living crap out of Kid. When you have firepower like that, I kinda understand why you don't need haki exactly. You're not used to people being able to tank that much force and dish it back out. So most of the time, Big Mom didn't even have to resort to bringing misery out. It's literally a trump card, like Kid's massive gun or Law using Kroom. Plus, learning advanced forms of Haki requires self-discipline and self-control, things that Charlotte Linlin does not have. And anyone who thinks anything different, just remember she went on a rampage and was wiping everything out in her own kingdom, including her own kids, just because she couldn't have some cake. So, I don't know, take that how you want it. It actually makes more sense for her not to have advanced forms of Haki than it makes sense for her to have it. Because, like, she doesn't have the temperament to learn anything, bruv. And everything I just said about Kid and Law's powers, I think Oda Sensei agrees with me too. But yeah, a quick spoiler warning for the One Piece manga. In the fights that Kid and Law get into post Wano, we see those exact weaknesses playing out. All Kid has is brute strength. He has no hacks abilities, no... What is the word I'm looking for? No special powers, nothing. Just things go boom. So when he came up against someone like Shanks, who's basically a surgeon, a technician when it comes to fighting, of course he lost immediately. And flipping over to Blackbeard and Law. Law has no brute force, and Blackbeard is the king of coming at it with brute force. He has the Gura no Mi, for God's sake. It's literally the most destructive devil fruit in the world. Hacks is great, but when you have a man that can nullify devil fruit powers and destroy continents, Hacks isn't gonna carry it all. You need to be able to just slam him back with the exact same brute force that he hits you with. Which is why, after the fight, Law was literally laid out. Like, R.I.P. the Kid Pirates, R.I.P. the Heart Pirates. I mean, Law definitely put up a much better fight than Kid. Bro got one-shotted, but so is the nature of One Piece. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, a subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. I got a ton of great content coming for you all this week, so you should definitely hit that subscribe button. I'll see you.